Hello, folks of YouTube Messa. Welcome back to Ace Attorney Justice for All. We're headed in the trial. We've got it all figured out. We've got it all unlocked. We defeated Mia in a game of wits. Ready to go. Let's do it. All right. Nick? Yeah? Did you know that Von Karma's daughter's only 18, just like me? Yeah, why? Just think about how strong she is. I mean, she's been in Germany all this time all by herself, and she's so grown up. Yeah, and I'm sure she felt a lot of pressure from her father's reputation. And you look at me and, well, you're an accomplished spirit channeler. Relax, you're 18, it's fine. I'm the daughter of the master, I'm still just a little girl. It's okay! And on top of that, I'm the suspect in a murder trial, which is also not really your fault. You were framed. I think you're really strong too, Maya, for all you've gone through. Yeah, you sat there and watched your sister get murdered. Like, hello? Good morning. You look like you're doing well today. I'm happy for you. Thank you, Pearl. Hey, morning, Pearly. You'll be safe today, Mystic Maya. Huh? What do you mean? My mother's coming today to show her support. That's... Oh. Okay. Call the shot right now. Calling the shot now. Morgan will be on the bench before the day's over. Yeah, or in the witness, on the stand. Excuse me, not the bench, on the stand. She'll be on the stand before the day's over. Yeah, that's right, Pearly. Hey, Pearls? Yes, Mr. Neck. Think you could do me a big favor? Could you channel Mia today too? Huh? I was sort of hoping to sit in the audience today and watch. Please, it's so important to me. I don't feel confident enough without her help. Mr. Nick, that's enough. You can't show weakness in front of the person you love. Two, not this again. Please, can you do this for us, Pearls? Alright, I'll do it. I'll do it for Mystic Maya's sake. See you later then. I'll leave you to your alone time. Oh, Pearl. Phew, thank goodness. Nick? I guess that Pearl's gonna be able to see today's trial. Oh, clever. What do you mean? What's going on? Because he's gonna... Yeah. We're gonna roast Morgan today. June 22nd at 10 a.m. Here we go. Court is now in session for the trial of Maya Fey. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Let's start already. Mr. Phoenix writes, I look forward to tonight's news with great joy. The image of your defeated face will be transmitted all over the world. All over the world, huh? Sounds like you made quite a name for yourself, Phoenix. Don't be foolish, you foolish fool wearing the foolishly foolish clothes. The famous one is me. I'm the prodigy who has never lost a case since becoming a prosecutor 5 years ago. Naturally, the world's eyes are on me as I conduct my first trial in the country. That's nice, Ms. Von Karma. I'm glad to see you in such good spirits today, Ms. Fey. It's true what they say. Oh my god. Women earlier yesterday where they fight. Okay, yeah. 2002? Alright. Now then, a very interesting theory was presented during yesterday's session. That the defendant could have left the channeling chamber, correct? Yes. And this key is proof of that. This key, the only key to the channeling chamber, was not where it should have been. Your Honor, I would like to say one thing before we begin. Alright, let's hear it. The prosecution has determined that from the time of the murder to the time of arrest, the defendant did indeed leave the room at one point. Okay. This is where I got confused yesterday, because I didn't know about this. What? But Miss Von Karma, then how do you explain this picture? Are you saying that the first person in this picture is not the defendant? I never said that wasn't the defendant. Then what is the meaning of this? All I'm saying is that Maya Fey, after killing the victim, exited the room. And I believe that this is when she dropped the key. Can you substantiate your claim? Isn't that what I'm here for? The prosecution would like to call the defendant's aunt, Morgan Fey, to the stand. Just as I suspected, Aunt Morgan. Poor Mia. She seems really torn by this. Well, because per the Mia conversation in the detention center, we knew this was coming. And Morgan is right now one of our chief suspects. Witness. Name and occupation. My name is Morgan Fay. I'm a spirit medium, in a manner of speaking. Witness, absolutely. I'm sorry, but what do you mean in a manner of speaking? Don't think anyone really cares. Now then, after the murder took place, you have to watch over the defendant, correct? Yes, that is correct. I performed the spirit severing technique on Mystic Maya then. Spirit severing technique? A technique to remove a spirit from a body and send it back to the other world. That is... yes, that is... You, be quiet. Now, witness. Something happened... Thank you, thank you. While you were performing this technique, correct? Yes, that is correct. What in the world could have... Mystic Maya, she escaped from the room. What? And here we come to the heart of the matter. Maya Fey, while in a possessed state, managed to escape from the channeling chamber. I don't know if we have proof against this. Order, order, order! Miss Fey, please testify to the court what happened during that time. Your Honor, I will try my best. I think someone just upped the ante on this trial. Okay. Maya's escape, here we go. After we heard the gunshots, 2 gunshots, those two, meaning myself and Lotta, or Phoenix and Lotta, broke the door open and entered the chamber. I requested Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. Correct. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand and she was in a daze. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. Wait, what am I calling? With great strength, she hit the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. I'm afraid I have no knowledge of... Oh, yes. The auntie? Yeah, I think so. I remember calling the auntie. Yeah. We got this. We got this. I have no knowledge of where she went after that. Okay. Several things here. Why have you hidden this until now? I did not wish to cause more trouble for Mystic Maya. However, I must correct falsities when they arise. That's right. She is simply correcting a falsity, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Why is she making it a point to take a stab at me? Oh, no, never mind. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. My aunt is a very smart and sly person. It's going to be hard for us to find a crack in her testimony. It is. We're going to figure it out, though. Okay. Here we go. We're going line by line. We're going to be very perceptive. We got full health. Ready to go. Let's take a quick save now so we don't have to restart in case something bad happens, though. Okay. After we heard the gunshots, those two broke the door open and entered the chamber. Correct? We will press because it never is negative, I don't think. Just now you said those two. Who are the two you're referring to? Referring to that foreign lady and yourself, good sir. Lotta's not a foreigner, just by how she talks. Oh, is that so? I'm sorry, I simply couldn't understand her atrocious English, not to mention she looked awful. I've already seen people in the Heartland gearing up for a riot. I guess I've already sent the repair bill to your office, Mr. Wrights. Oh, thanks. What did you do after that, Miss Fay? Okay, that's what I thought. Requested that Mr. Wright and the other lady please contact the police. That sounds familiar. Yeah, there was one time, I think, in the first game where they were like, make sure you don't always press, it could be bad, but they, like, warned you ahead of time, and they were, and, yeah. I think you could be punished for, like, you press, and then Phoenix goes, hold up, should I keep pressing? And then, maybe, but so far, like, just, like, pushing Q or whatever seems to be okay. Was it really necessary to have 2 people do something as so simple as call the police? But it's good to know that there's at least one case of this, though. If there was a possibility of escape, then one of us should have stayed behind. Yes, that's a very good point. At the time, I myself was a little confused. On top of which, there was another what, madam? Oh, nothing, no need to concern yourself. I want to hear the end of that sentence. Yeah. There was another reason you wanted both of us out of the room, wasn't there? You must testify. Why did you chase us out of the room? I simply did not wish for there to be more victims. The lives of both the good sir and that camera woman may be in danger, is what I thought to myself. Well, that was very noble of you, Ms. Fay. Oops, this is bad. People have a good impression of her and a bad one of us. So she caught us napping. That's my aunt for you. Are you satisfied now, Mr. Wright? Miss Fay, please continue. I don't think I did anything to the trial, thankfully. A pistol was hanging from Mystic Maya's hand, and she was in a daze. During our investigation, you stated that you struck the defendant on the head, and this strike caused Maya to lose consciousness. Do you stand by this statement? I'm afraid I don't. The statement I gave you was a lie. What? But why would you lie about something like that? It is very painful for me to say this, however. The witness was lying to cover for the defendant. She was covering for Maya? Oh god. Okay. So if we go harder on this, we do risk opening ourselves up again to looking bad. There was no mechanical downside to that I've seen yet, but it could be like a, you know, opaque mechanic, like there's like a flag set now, right? That makes later branches harder or something. I don't know. So let's not. I don't want to go too hard into this. We've been warned against pressing too hard because it gives her the floor, basically. More info's probably good, though. That's the question. That's the question. Is if we're gonna gain something from pressing. Probably not, because this is just us being confused. I'm sure Von Karma's allowing the testimony because it's advantageous to her, which means this shouldn't press Morgan any further. You're finally beginning to understand, aren't you, Mr. Phoenix writes. Now, witness, continue with what happened. Okay. Then, quite suddenly, she thrusted me away from herself and escaped from the room. Was it really that easy for her to escape from you? She was in a daze. I'm ashamed to admit to such a thing, however, yes. But you are physically larger and stronger than the defendant. There is no way she could have escaped from you so easily. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Phoenix, right? What about this picture? Remember at the time, the defendant was not physically Maya Fey. Ugh. Growing old is such a mysterious thing. Trust me, I know this firsthand. Basically, Mystic Maya's body was still out of the nurse she had called. But if she had run away, wouldn't you have given chase right away? Well, yes, I would have, however. Okay. With great strength, she hit me the base of my neck, and I fainted for a short while. You fainted? Became dizzy, then collapsed onto the floor. How long were you unconscious? I'm not sure, about 10 minutes perhaps. And the defendant almost certainly went somewhere in that time. Happy. Witness, elaborate on the point for us. I'm afraid I have no knowledge where she went after that. Is that because you were unconscious? Why, yes. Great. Well, now what? I don't think we have anything. So, like... It's hard to believe that if Maya slash... what was her name? Mimi was, like, in a daze just standing there as she seemed to be, that she would also... This seems so loud. That she would... be able to, like, knock her out? That seems unlikely, but who knows? We got spirit channeling rules in play. That's maybe not the safest point to start to press on. So the problem is, the situation where, like, we could get something beneficial out of questioning her further. But I don't know what that is, if anything. And the other problem is, there's been multiple cases so far where, like, if we just let the witness go, like, an event happens, and that's what lets us start to fight back. Or, like, Mia chimes in or something with new info. So, like, obviously, Morgan could be lying about... So, like, in terms of the actual situation, Morgan could be lying about any aspect of the events. Like, any part of that situation she could be lying about, because she was the only one in there with Maya. We have no idea what happened. She could be lying. Right now, our running theory is that Maya got drugged and shoved into the clothing box for a little bit. Either shoved into or was started off in the clothing box. And that either... Well, I guess Morgan couldn't have been the person in the room. But that somehow, Maya got tagged out at some point. What we can verify is that the key and Maya's clothes got into the incinerator is one big thing, for sure. We can verify that the murder happens while the door was locked. But that's like kind of it. But we can't even be sure that there wasn't somebody in the room beforehand, which is my current running theory. Can we see there's a clothing box in there? So I'm suspecting the clothing box was behind the curtain, the folding screen, is my suspicion. But I didn't check behind it. Is my problem. I didn't check behind it when I first looked at the crime scene, so I missed my window there. If that was indeed the thing. Let's run it back. So while you were unconscious, you had absolutely no idea where the defendant went. I would think that's obvious, good sir. If that's true, then how can you know for sure the defendant left the channeling chamber at all? Now that you mention it, I wonder myself. Okay, here we go. It's true that this witness is not able to confirm this, but the key word here is this witness. What do you mean by that? It means she has another witness up her sleeve, that's what. It looks like Ms. Von Karr is ready to move on to her next witness. Okay, that's enough. From what I can tell, the only wrong with the witness's testimony. What she said, we can establish that Maya Fey did leave the chamber. Oh, this is going to come back and bite us in the butt. Now, let's take the next logical step and ask, where did the defendant go after leaving the chamber? Yes, that is exactly what should be quiet, you. Now then, what the escapee had done was she had gone to speak with a certain person. She went to speak with someone? Who was it? Here we go. The prosecution calls Ms. Eeny Meeny, who was sleeping in the side room at the time. Eeny Meeny? I think you can see where this is headed. Alright, here we go. Witness name and occupation. Okay, so my name is like Eeny Meeny. I'm like researching like parapsychology stuff at the university. What is this parapsychology? Let's see. It's like, I guess, most people call it occult stuff. Even if that's what most people call it, I can't say I understand what that means. I suggest you go home and research it yourself. Yes, sir. Now then, Miss Meany, after the murder took place, you spoke with the defendant, Maya Fey. Is this correct? Like, I guess? If that's the case, then let's hear your testimony. That is all right, isn't it, Your Honor? Yes, sir. For the love of all things good, Your Honor, have some spine for my sake. Runs in the family that Von Karmas owned the courtroom. After the murder, here we go. Like, when the channeling started, I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Like, a little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. Oh, this is new. It was like, oh my god, totally my sister. I, like, hadn't seen her in, like, so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. My sister, she, like, told me something, like, totally terrible. Oh, hold your horses, young lady. You're saying the person that was your sister. Don't you mean the defendant, Maya Fey? Really now, Your Honor. Maya Fey was still in the middle of channeling at that time. Are you saying the spirit was the spirit of this witness's sister? Yes, Meeny Meeny. She was a nurse at Dr. Gray's clinic. Oh, well, this is... Witness? Like, yeah? In your testimony, you mentioned a terrible thing. Why don't you tell the court what this terrible thing was? I'm sure we'd love to hear about it. Like, do I totally, like, really have to? Of course. Ms. Meanie, please. My sister? Like, this is what she said to me. That was no accident. Jeez. I was drugged with sleeping pills. I was murdered by that person. Oh, is that what was going on in the initial cutscene for the episode? That's why I took my revenge. It's only fair, isn't it? Eenie. Okay, so that initial cutscene was what was happening in that room, in the side room. She took her revenge. Are you sure that's what she said? Yes. There, are you satisfied, Your Honor? I still can't believe it. I can't believe that a spirit would go so far as to use a medium to get revenge. It is a bit hard to swallow. However, all the evidence and testimonies point to this as the truth. The end. What do you think, Mr. Wright? It certainly seemed like all the loose ends are accounted for. This testimony just now, was it all made up? Was it just one huge lie? Of course it was, Phoenix. Mia, what do you mean? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. But even the most well-spun lies can be undone. We can do it, Phoenix. Let's find that one loose thread and unwind this tapestry of lies. Your Honor, there is room for doubt, so the defense will cross-examine the witness. We believe our cross-examination will reveal the truth behind this murder. Yet again, the foolish fool spouts out more foolishly foolish travel. Yeah, believe in me who believes in you. Absolutely. Absolutely. I wonder if you like this one more entertaining than the last. Mr. Phoenix Wright. Right, here we go. After the murder. Okay. I started, I was like sleeping in the side room. No questions there, really. Was that because of your sesame allergy, was it? Like, that's right. I like think there were sesame seeds like in the lunch they served that day. I had this like premonition that it was going to totally be a seedy day. Yes, indeed. I see. Am I the only one who missed the boat here? Anyway, so you were taking a nap. Something happened while you were sleeping. A little later, someone came into the room, like, really suddenly. Do you know the time? Like, maybe a little before 11 a.m.? Something like that, I think. 11 a.m.? Yeah, like, my stomach is totally ready for, like, food. Oh, no, I misunderstood me. I'm not asking what time it is now. Oh, my God. I know what time was it when someone came into your room. Oh, so, like, that's what you meant? Like, you should be more clear about it. Sorry, my bad. No, it's okay. Like, it's really... That's it? Why'd you stop mid-sentence? Did I? So, like, what were they talking about again? Never mind. Witness about this person into the side room. Okay, so I guess the time is not relevant here. I was like, oh my god, totally my sister. Are you absolutely sure? I guess? You guess? Was it or was it not your sister who entered? Like, I don't know. I mean, like, I totally don't know your sister at all, Mr. Smith. First off, my name is not Mr. Smith. Second, I'm an only child. But more than that, she's managed to mess up the question with her answer. Well, Mr. Wrights, the defense rests. Well, that was a colossal waste of our time. Now then, witness. How'd you feel when you saw Ms. Mimi? I, like, hadn't seen her in so long. I was so happy in, like, a sad way. You were happy in a sad way? Oh. Yeah, like, I mean, it was my sister. But wouldn't those people react here with surprise at seeing a dead loved one alive again? But like, maybe if I was, like, someone who didn't know about, like, the occult? But I, like, know all about the Korean channeling technique. The The point here is the witness immediately recognized that it was her sister. Yeah, like what she said? Should I drop this line of questioning? This one's tricky. Because... like, this is a point at which she could be covering up the fact that this was part of the plan. Bonk. So you really didn't think anything strange of the whole encounter? No. Like, there wasn't any reason for me to, like, think anything was strange. But, ow! Don't keep badgering her. You know the phrase objection? Could you try using that once in a while? Mr. Wright, this question of what the witness felt when she saw her sister, is it really that important? No health bar pop-up? The reason why I think this could be important, again, we gotta reiterate the noun-verb problem. There's a lot of ways this could pan out that we don't, like, that a simple yes-no dialogue choice could not reflect. I see a world, though, where pressing on this reveals the fact that she was not surprised, which is super weird because she shouldn't, like, this should have been wild. Oh, with the, like, I guess this isn't quite the noun-verb problem, this is just dialogue trees, but we've been talking a lot about, I've been trying to, you know, get my thoughts together on the notion that, like, as a game that's very tied to the adventure game genre, this game does have some inherent problems with, like, there are only so many options you can engage the game with in terms of responses to text. And because of that, those responses are inherently going to be, like, not precisely what I might be expecting. Like the player doesn't know precisely what they're saying when they bring up a piece of evidence or give a response. Which is, you know, an inherent difficulty of communicating in the world, but also in this type of genre. So I think, you know, like, this could pan out or it could not, and, like, it's hard to tell from these four words. Is I think what I'm trying to get at. It is very important, although I haven't quite figured out what it is yet. But I've got to bluff around to make it seem like I know what I'm talking about. Alright, Mr. Wright. Miss Meany, please amend your testimony. Like, okay, I'm, like, totally cool with that. Interesting. And this is the one big one so far, because this showed us up a lot yesterday, too. Not knowing when Phoenix is bluffing is very tough, I think. Because, like, yesterday, I got all tripped up because the thing we were supposed to say was a bluff, but based on the facts, I didn't think it could be, it was, like, hard proven. And it wasn't. We were bluffing. So that's been one that's been a little tricky. This one, of course, very minor, not a big deal, but, okay, I wasn't, like, scared at all, and, like, her costume looked totally, like, normal. Okay, interesting. Bingo. So there was nothing odd about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, nothing was, like, weird. Huh. Well, that's fascinating. That's a fascinating thing you just said there, Eni. Mia's talking to herself like she's found something wrong. That's impossible. Like, is everything okay? Like, can I, like, go on? No. And presented. Audio stop means we're in good shape. That was a very well spun line, Mazzini. What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines, not Aubrey Phoenix. Ms. Meany, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, and? But I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. The blood spray. Very careless of you, Eni. Ms. Meany, why didn't I include the blood spray you saw in your testimony? If you're really testifying and not lying, you noted it right off the bat. Uh-oh. Busted. Order. Ms. Meany, what is the meaning of this? Ms. Meany? I'm thinking. Don't interrupt me. Eep. And what are you staring about, Your Honor? Well, that witness, her personality did a complete 180 there. Well, lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry, I didn't, like, mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. If you please. Ugh, the judge still looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's gonna be. There's nothing... Oh, here we go. Okay, okay, nice. Okay, made it to the next phase. Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know? So, like, the costume is purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, like, persuaded my sister. It wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. What? Yes, now I see. There's a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Like, thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wrights? No? Alright, I guess not. Very well. You may question the witness. Oh, dear. Okay. We're getting close to, we're getting close to, I think, like, Fey Manor guide map situation, because, like, she walked her back to the channeling chamber. How'd we miss that? Okay. Hold it. Really? I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't put your subjective opinions onto this court. Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Meanie's? You're such a hopeless cause. Wouldn't it be free to ignore this trait, little man? Like, okay. Ugh, can't breathe. Let me out of here. So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. You didn't see the blood? Like, yeah. But she must have had the gun with her at the time as well. That's, Or you can tell me how she didn't notice the gun either. I, like, totally didn't. All I was looking at was, like, her face. Continue. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And what was your sister, Ms. Meanie, like at the time? Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew. She like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me, too. Like, apologized to Ms. Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all that to you? Like, yeah. Huh. Why would she say to apologize to Morgan? Okay, anyway. And then I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so? I guess maybe, like, taking her around to Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. Like, to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix, right? The sooner the better. She says with a whip at the ready. And, like, Ms. Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Ms. Mimi? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh? Like, when do you mean? When you... Because Morgan should have been out cold. Oh! Hello, Hydra. Wait, no! Hold up. Pearl was fixing the urn. During the channeling. Talking when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Like, no, nothing strange. Just answer rather quickly, now what? I'm pretty sure, right? I'm almost positive that's when it happened. Looks like Pearl had the key. Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good. This is not what I'm trying to do. You have to explain so clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, whether or not there was something odd in the way the chamber is all that important? Oh, I absolutely. I'm just spitballing out loud for what it's worth. So I appreciate it though. I'm pretty sure this is one that how did that happen? The only other branch I can think of here is that it's important that something weird happened in the chamber, which is that Morgan was out cold. But if Morgan was awake by that point, which I think that she's out for 10 minutes, right? It would work. Because it is very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well, Ms. Meanie, if you would please include a statement of this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the channeling chamber. Okay. Okay, let's try to remember that time. Oh, like, I remember. Remember, I, like, totally didn't see anyone on the way. That's really a dead end. Something you finally put a witness is never a dead end with Phoenix. No, Phoenix, the judge will do testimony. Okay, yep. Yep. I know. Okay, so... Here's a concern. I don't know which... So this is the noun verb problem. What I'm trying to say is that she should have seen either Pearl, the urn, or both on the way in the Winding Way. I'm not sure which buttons get us there, right? We're gonna do this. It says under repair in the hall until police came. And music stop. Let's go. I found the fault, or I guess in your case, the crack in your perfect lie. Phoenix gives himself a huge pat on the back for that one. He's absolutely applauding himself inside. Take a look at this urn. Like, urn? There are cracks. Do you see them? So, like, what does that prove? Who cares about some worn out old urn? Time to crack this case wide open? Absolutely. Like, yeah. I already, like, said I didn't see, like, anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. True, yeah. And I hope that's the case. I didn't, like, totally say anything about, like, an urn, did I? Love the full head shake. Well, it's like you still don't understand. Propose that if you really had been walking along the Winding Way at that time, there was no way you could not have seen this person. So now 8% Pearl. I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Ms. Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Yes, and how is this child relevant? It just happened at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. Oh. And she just happened to break this urn. Oh. Oh. Wait, she broke the urn? Yup. She actually knocked it over with her ball. Nar. Is she Australian now? And Pearl's the one who put it back together. I'm just kidding, obviously she's just making noise, but... While sitting right in the middle of the Winding Way. Holy cow, what was that? Is she gonna do it again? What? Ms. Meany? Pearl was there in the Winding Way at the time. She was hard at work putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see. If you couldn't see that while you were walking, enough to declare you legally blind. Urgh. I think I've sufficiently proven one thing, Ms. Meany. Funk. You are a masterful liar. Ah! Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Ms. Meany, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. The witness just testified about that. Yeah, that's right. I was, like, sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? Oh my god. Oh. This is the tough one. Because they're gonna ask for proof. Yeah, for real. Yeah, Hydra doing the oh yeah, I understand now doesn't understand, you know, like text doesn't understand at all. What I think she was doing is burning the clothes in the incinerator. Well, it'll be after, I guess. There's no way. Your lines end here. What do you... The witness said that during the murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible, because there's clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? Help me, Mia! That's what I'm feeling right now. Help me, Mia. It's in her testimony just now. I mean, I think that's the thing. She couldn't have gone from the side room to the channeling room without having seen Pearl. She couldn't have been sleeping in the side room if she made it back to the room. So I think it's the testimony. Let's hold a quick save so we don't hold an L later. But we'll go with that. Earlier in testimony, Ms. Mean, you made the following statement. And, like, Ms. Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true at the time, but myself and Ms. Hart were not there. Ah! I didn't even catch that. We had gone to call the police. So, like, what does that, like, have to do with anything? She, like, tore her hand out for a second there. The TLDR is that means she knew that her sister wasn't there. It's very simple. Miss Meanie, how did you know that fact? How? I can see that Ms. Faye was the only person in the chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room could not have known that. Which means, Ms. Meanie, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. Wow! So is my theory about the secret passageway finally coming true? But look at the Manor's guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor, which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Ms. Meanie, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you put it on the table, Mr. Phoenix writes. You might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? What? That's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Meenie. So now's the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? I mean, I think it only flashed one health. So this was my initial take on the last day of the trial, was that, like, someone getting in before the channeling was the most likely option. So I'm saying she was in the room before the channeling started, and that's my answer. Ms. Meanie was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? Oh, that was Von Commer, sorry, not the judge. That's right. Ms. Meanie was at the scene of the crime. Bonk, bonk. With the pencil. Wow! Mr. Phoenix, right, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the chamber when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Meanie was hiding, as I said, at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? It's gotta be back here. No one was there after, but someone was there before, is my thinking right now. And they also explain why we got a bullet shot through this part of the thing, so. Here, of course. Behind the folding screen. Ah! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind the folding screen. See, you stupid jerk. Quit being so quick to being dependent on me, slimeball. Now, Ms. Meanie, one so young as you shouldn't be saying... Shut it, Grams, as if you know exactly how old I am. I'm sorry. The pipes have to burst, guess I should be helping along. The spray. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Bingo. Ms. Meanie. How are you able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Yo, I put it together. Let's go. This is the Pursuit theme, right? This song is super good. That tiny little box, no person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory's already been disproved. Lana just proved you when she was hiding from me in it. Thank you. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Which means it had nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right, I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. Mr. Wrights, do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes. Okay. Pursuit cornered. Okay. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This is... What on... Pursuit... Oh, okay. Pursuit questioning. Okay. What on earth? That time you sit there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. There's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have you heard that before? The folding screen had a hole the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. Time of the shooting, the folding box was sitting behind the folding screen, which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Ugh. Ms. Meany, you were hiding behind the screen waiting for your chance. For your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Ah! Order, so what are you saying? Then Mr. Phoenix Wright, what about this picture? Are you saying the person in this photo is Ms. Eeny Meeny? That is exactly what I'm saying. Ms. Eeny Meeny, you were hiding inside this box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had a plan from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No, stop. I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. That's the case, Mr. Phoenix Wright, then I have a proposition. This whole idea the witness moved the clothing box to the crime scene and pretended to be the defendant, killed the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do all that by herself. Correct, it's not possible. It really is impossible. For one person to do all the prep, that is. Ow! Did I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait, Ms. Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Ms. Meany, you had an accomplice. Boom. Ugh, this person. If it wasn't someone from Crane Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fey household, you wouldn't have that box to use. Morgan Fey. Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Meany? You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? Oh. Screaming? No, yeah, she's... I think this is what really happened. Here we go. Murderer planned herself to scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then the channeling started. The murderer crept silently toward the other two, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then she stabbed Dr. Gray with a knife. As called, she hid my client inside the clothing box so she could take Maya's place in frame for the crime. But that's something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yes. Bang. Oh. Dr. Gray was not actually dead. Last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that's why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. Yeah. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray, and bang. After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yeah, gunshots said something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, you forced her way into the channeling chamber. Click. Ms. Meany immediately covered her own costume with blood, and pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Ms. Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry! Before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind the murder. Ha. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Who is that, laughing at a time like this? Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Ms. Von Karma, surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose to do something this petty? What in the world? Yeah. Mr. Phoenix writes, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is... if this witness is the real murderer, why would she go through all the trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act. What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Eh? Well, that's a... yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, one other thing. Why would Ms. Eenie Meenie want to kill Dr. Gray? Where's her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. A motive? I guess she has no motive here. What was the reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? The reason you wanted Dr. Gray dead is this. I think the clippings are our best shot here. Like, she had been, like... let's double check. Yeah, I'm gonna put in the clipping here. But, like, what I'm trying to say is, it's because, like, Mimi had been drugged and was, like, killed by Dr. Gray. Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix writes. Just great. Not even she's calling me by my full name. Think I really did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Oh, okay. It worked. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm, like, going to explain, so, like, please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I, like, wanted revenge, then, like, I wouldn't have waited this long. In science, like, the guy that thought of the spirit thing was, like, Dr. Gray. It was, like, a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see... Youch! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix writes. You failed to support your own theory. Did I? The end. We have our answer, Mr. Phoenix, right? What Ms. Meanie has stated is very true. Revenge plan is overly complicated and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason Ms. Morgan Fay to cooperate with the plan. You don't even have any truly sensible piece of evidence that can demonstrate your points. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix, right? You should have really learned your place. Ugh! What happened? I thought I had it for sure. See, like, it's just as I, like, told you. Hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Very well, I now conclude the cross-examination of Ms. Eenie Meenie. No one tell me what... Okay, thank you. Who yelled hold it? Your Honor, please, allow the defense one more minute. Alright, you can't lose your... Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Yeah, yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for a murder. But, you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There was a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it is also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you want to say that you can prove Ms. Meanie had a motive, then why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you provide the reason? Can I really do this? Yeah, I didn't... Like, motive certainly contributes to a case, but as I understand it, is not, like, required, right? Yeah, for US law, at least. What? What? So to go back to what Mia was saying, there has to be a reason why she had to have this whole convoluted plan and bring in Morgan. So Morgan had a reason, and we know why Morgan's here for sure. That one's easy. Which, like, Morgan framing Maya is crucial to this. But why did Eni have to do this? I'm not totally confident here, but I have to press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Meanie had a motive. Haha, too bad, you're too late. Our cause's damage already ended after all. Eek! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix writes. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Eek! Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix writes. I don't care if you're our witness, so help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way. Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We'll continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a sec here. Yeah, I think definitely, you know, she still has been, like, tampering with witnesses and stuff. But definitely more respectable than the dead. At least in theory. Okay. Save. At the very least, it makes for, like, a very clear distinction between the two of them, which is fascinating. Let's go. Okay. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitch, don't move. We're going to come back and do more of this right away. If you're on YouTube, though, your episode ends here. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, consider subscribing below to find more content from me. Check out the playlist above for more Attorney and join us live. Come on by. Join us on the Twitch stream, twitch.tv/SL_TV, Sunday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern. Hopefully we'll see you live. We got Discord and Twitter as well, so go check those out, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Until next time. Peace.